I hope you have watched my previous video about the 6 qualities of a small scale businesses that can be very profitable when you start it. So today I'm going to dive through with you about the 7 small scale profitable businesses that you can start with very low capital and they keep generating for you enough money so that you keep investing it in your life. So when it comes to the aspect of business, it is actual a noise outside there that it is very tough. So if you are somebody who is watching me for the first time, my name is David. I am here telling you, in case you are not doing anything, you don't have a job, you are not having anything that you are doing to sustain your life, you are just like a beggar, you are just desperately staying at your own courts. So I am here to actually try to pull you out. For me personally, I say we rise by lifting others. So in case you are wondering which kind of idea you can come up with so that you can keep seeing life in another different perspective, I am here to tell you that you can start a business when you don't have money, when you don't have enough money, when you don't have skills, and then you keep developing them until you become even somebody who has already hopes. Life is like driving a car. You don't see the destiny. You always only see where you are. And as you keep moving on, the destiny keeps coming closer. And when you are driving at night, the flash doesn't go very far one way. It flashes to some distance, and where the flash stops is where you stop seeing. And as you keep moving towards the darkness, you keep realizing that there is more that you can see. The road is still continuing, and you can see how it branches, how it goes. So that is how life goes. Before starting the journey, it is very difficult for you to see hopes. So for you to see hopes, you must start and come and call yourself a very self-made, successful individual that comes from nothing. So you can be proud of that. So if it's your first time, let's dive through to the points. So the business idea number 1 is selling of second-hand clothes. This is one of the booming business that I think it is going on the market. Most of the times for us in investment, we say if anything becomes popular, the game is already over. But there are some other things that when even they are popular, the game is still going on because the demand has no limit. Like the clothes, when you are selling second hand, the demand doesn't get over. It keeps moving on. The demand just keeps moving on because every time people keeps putting on clothes, unless the fashion change. Yeah, the fashions can change, but when the fashion change, but the clothes will still remain. So it is one of the business idea that I think it can generate for enough money is because it is already having high demand, the demand on the market. Check me on the qualities, you'll find that one of the business that you need to start must have a demand. So why I'm bringing a selling of second-hand clothes as a business idea for you is because it is already having the demand. When the demand is there, it is easy for you to keep figuring yourself out on how to manage it better. So point number 2, actually the business idea number 2 is actual selling of tea and small restaurant. This is one of the key business that I think when you start with the little capital that you have, it can generate for you enough capital. It doesn't have a lot of requirements. You only need some small scale actual whatever skills of cooking food, and then at the end of the day you realize that you are generating enough money that you can use to actually do something better for your life. So selling of restaurant is a business that is already having high demand. There are a lot of people moving on the street, they need to eat food. There are families who are not actually ready to cook their own food, they want to buy food. So there are people who everywhere people need food. So by the time you start such a business, the only thing is just to maintain it in a proper manner so that customers keeps coming on, and at the end of the day you can even have a bigger business, or you can have a hotel or restaurant from the humble beginning. So this one is to somebody who is not having enough skills to do it better. So you can keep learning out of it, and then you keep generating enough money. So business idea number 3 is selling of making of chapati. Making of chapati goes hand to hand with the point number 2. The only thing is just to identify a place where the population is a little bit high, where there are people, there are residences, even people moving around. So what you need to do is just demand is always there because the customer, the people are there. If there are people, people will always eat food. So for you to start selling chapati, making chapati is something which will actually generate for you enough capital, enough money that you can put into your pocket and keep investing in yourself so that you become better and you also expand your business. So chapati making does not require a lot of skill. You just learn some few skills from it. Can be very, very profitable when you keep doing it on. Number 4, saloon soaps. Saloon can be for ladies and can be for men, and also it can be unisex. So it depends on what you have assessed best for yourself. Considering this one as a business idea, there are also high demand for it. If the business has the demand, obviously you will always get money out of it. So for the salon, what you need is some small skill about how to plait hair and how to cut hair. So for the capital, it doesn't need a lot of capital. You only need from 500,000 to 1 million Ugandan shillings in case you are going to rent house, and then you can keep buying some of the items as you keep moving on. You don't need to start everything when everything is available. You can start it when you don't have some other things, and then you keep purchasing them when you are already going on. So for the saloon business, it is one of the very, very profitable business that you can start because the demand is always there also in the market. Number 5 is selling of vegetables and food items. This one is mostly concerned with the raw food items. You can sell the veggies, and also you can sell the food items like the beans, the flour, and the other things that you can really manage to do. So for this kind of business, it doesn't require a lot of capital, and it doesn't require skills. For the vegetables, you just look for a place where people are having residences, where there are a lot of people moving around. They can buy from you and then they go and cook there, it by themselves at their homes. And this money that you are getting, you don't use it for other things. You keep it to expand this business so that it becomes a bigger scale. So consider selling of vegetables and the food items to be a business idea. Business idea number 6 is tailoring and design. This is one of the business that actual people, young people underrate. Even me personally, I learned some skill of tailoring from my father, who is a professional tailor. And I used not to like it when I was learning. So at the end of the day, I realized this is actually even a game changer for me because it buys for me food. It even satisfies my desires. So it is one of the business that when you consider, and then it keeps giving you some money, and then you keep getting hopes in what you are doing, and then you keep upgrading it until you reach up to the extent of making it even bigger, and then it becomes in a bigger scale. So it doesn't require a lot of skills. You need like 2 to 3 months for you to get some basic skills, and then you keep upgrading it when you're already working, when you keep getting some money. So it is very, very important. If you can. Number 7 is boda boda. Boda boda is actual concerned with the transportation. It is using motorcycle or tricycles to carry people. You can even use bicycle. So you can carry people from one place to another. So it doesn't need a lot of capital. You can just start it even if you are not having money by borrowing a motorcycle from a friend. And then you keep giving the friend some small amount of money. Most of the times, the money that you are giving the owner of the motorcycle is always less than what you keep for yourself. So in case you're not having any idea of doing something for your life and you're just desperately sitting without a job, you try to look for this business idea to be one that you can really start when you are not actually having enough capital or money to do something bigger. And then you keep getting that money. You can keep saving it or keep investing in it until you also get your own motorcycle, or you can decide to start another business which is bigger of your choice. So it is always from humble beginning that the greater people become. So I always tell people, successful people are not actual ordinary people with the extraordinary determination. So the extraordinary determination, I mean, is your willingness to take action which actually you don't like some of the times, because most of the things that I've explained are jobs that most people may not like. It's actual businesses that most people may not like because of the things that may come when you are dealing with it, because you need to be available at your business place. You need to avoid things like parties. You need to avoid things like going for the clubs. So because of that, you don't have enough time for other things but for your business. And when you are doing such a business, always put in your mind, you have a desire for becoming better, you are not going to wait until everything goes astray. Because when you look at the population of the world, you always realize that 97% of the population is poor. Why are they poor? Ask yourself this question. So if you have never found answer for that, it is because they refuse to take actions toward their desires. So if you have a desire, what the most important thing that you need to take is action towards that desire, so that it is executed. There is nothing like miracles will happen to your life. You'll one day wake up and then you find your room is full of money and then you become successful. Never. That one will never happen like that. You try. If you are waiting for it, if there was second chance for you, you'll come and realize it later. But because there is no second chance for life, do this right now. If you're desperate, if you have nothing to do, go and start something. It may not be the ideas that I've given you, but at least just go and do something. So in case you're wondering, now these businesses, I was talking about capital of from 500,000 to 1 million Ugandan shillings, and you are wondering, this capital, even it is very, very hard for me to get because I don't have job. I don't have anything that I can do for myself to get this 500,000. My parents cannot provide for me. What can I do? In the next video that I have put for you, the jobs that you really can get when you don't have academic qualifications, and they can help you to get enough money to get capital to start these businesses. If you have never watched that video, follow it and then watch it and then look for those jobs. In case you are unable to get some small capital that I'm talking about for the small scale businesses that you can start to generate for enough money, look for that job. Being a janitor today does not mean you can be janitor forever. You can be janitor for today and you can become a boss afterwards. And that is how successful people go. They don't really start it fancy in a better way or just up there one way. They also started it step by step. So you may fail. If you fail to follow the steps, you always need to go through the steps. The steps may be difficult or challenging, but it's okay. Just go through them. As long as you are still young, you are young to learn a lot of things. So try to learn as much as possible. So the key thing that I want you to put in yourself is learning is something that never stops. And if you are trying to start these businesses, make sure that you have 3 things that are on your fingertips. So if you are not having the 3 things at the moment, it's okay, you can start business, but make sure that at the end of the day, you really achieve these 3 things. So what are these 3 things that I'm talking about? I am talking about the skills. I'm talking about the skills that you can use to manage everything that you can be doing. The second thing that I'm talking about is experience. Experience is always got from the workplace. You get experience. It can take you even 5 years to get experience, but you still need it for you to become successful. And the third thing is excess cash. You need excess cash for your life. You need excess cash. So it means after achieving all these 3, you can easily call yourself successful. So it can start from humble beginning. Just go and do a trial on this one. So afterwards, keep watching my videos and keep sharing on the comment section on how we can become it better. If there's any question that you can ask me about this one, put it on the comment section. I will check it and then I'll answer it probably on the next video, or maybe I'll just reply to you on any means. Thank you so much for watching. My name is David. If you have never subscribed to this YouTube channel, consider to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you don't miss on any other upload on this channel. Thank you so much for watching.